Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, we give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakadash, Yahweh is who we can call God or Jehovah. Yahweh means he exists. And Yahweh Shai is who we can call Jesus Christ. Yahweh Shai means he saves and delivers. And double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. And salutations to all our human especially in truth. I'm cutting raw. We can let come to third come as your brother cutting not from the GMS Miami Camp with another lesson. Going into, we are approaching 2edsras 15 and 16. We seeing all the chips fall in place. We seeing, as scripture, the brothers always say, prophecy popping like popcorn, and we see how the Lord is setting the chess pieces. All right. You have China shuts down U.S. ports, 10 billion and cargo block. All right, so the ports, and it's all systematically set up. It's not like it's just happening. All right, this is all set up for chaos to, come to pass, or chaos. Look, man, dumbass, man, Slucky Hawking. You don't know how to fucking drive. It's a lot. Chaos to come to pass, and so they know that the chaos is coming. All right, they could bring order out of chaos. All right, and that's what you see is happening, dealing with this, and then you have Trump signing that executive order for police to be basically have immunity. All right, they won't get in trouble for, probably killing niggas or killing people, or dealing with them harshly. All right, because they know that these things are what are going to happen. All right, later on down the line. Or no food, or when Jake is hungry, the Israelites and these regular heathens, all right, they're gonna eventually go out there and bring havoc, cause havoc. So let's just listen to this video a little bit.
Welcome back to your ultimate pit stop, Piston Pundit, where we break down the biggest shifts in the automotive and trade world. On April 19th, 2025, a seismic move rocked global shipping lanes. China abruptly delayed $10 billion worth of U.S. cargo at Shanghai, citing routine inspections.
Donald Trump cared about you.
But don't be fooled.
Right.
This wasn't about paperwork.
He would know that we get majority of our shit from China. So going into a war with them, an economic war, and we know it is always start with economically and then it get physical. All right? Because we're gonna start messing with other people how to eat, All right? And then it becomes physical. I'll give you an example. When you used to fight, first it was probably making fun of each other, calling each other names, and then eventually it got more disrespectful, probably fuck nigga, bitch ass nigga, and then eventually the blows came. Same thing. All right, World War III is gonna happen.
This was a power move in the escalating U.S.-China trade war. Today, we're diving under the hood of this unfolding drama, from the cargo delays crippling supply chains to the new tariffs threatening to ignite a full-scale trade bloodbath. Buckle up, gearheads. Here's what you need to know.
And we've been telling you through the Spirit of God by Shemal Shai, prepare for a famine. Prepare for all hell to break loose. Jacob's trouble. All right, all hell breaking loose. All right, hyperinflation. All these things. All right, but you Israelites are hard-headed and you don't want to take heed. All right, you seen over there in Europe, a couple of countries in Europe. All right, they had a they're gonna say that it's a cyber attack. No lights, all the lights cut off. Certain places in Europe, and I believe Elon Musk put his satellites in the air. All right, so these things are happening through the Spirit of Yahweh Shemal Shai. And you people still playing games and thinking, life is going to be the same. No, life is going to change. All right, life is going to do a whole 360, a whole circle. All right, what life that you see is not going to be the same anymore. All right, they want this fourth industrial revolution. All right, AI, digital system. All right, human and machine and men. All right, you want a grid.
Shanghai port delays, tactical
I want to
strike
say this:
disguised.
everything leads to the chip. All right, people that's playing around and saying the RFID chip is not the mark of the beast. All right, we're gonna see. All right, if they were who was speaking the truth, who is the prophets they had about Shemal Shai? So we believe the RFID chip through the spirit about Shemal Shai is the mark of the beast.
As inspections. When news broke that Shanghai, the busiest port on Earth, was delaying U.S. cargo, the official explanation pointed to environmental and safety checks. But veterans in the shipping industry and logistics pros quickly smelled burning rubber. This was a tactical retaliation against rising U.S. tariffs. Shanghai isn't just a busy port. It moves 17% of China's total trade and nearly 47 million containers a year. And now, $10 billion worth of U.S.-bound goods, from semiconductors to EV parts and critical medical supplies, are jammed in neutral. Supply chain analysts already report a 20% spike in backlogs just 1 week into the delays. Unlike the 2018 skirmishes that targeted soybeans, this time China's shot hit America's tech and healthcare sectors right in the drivetrain. Rather than slapping on formal counter tariffs, China's opting for soft strikes that sidestep WTO penalties. A classic high-torque move, silent, powerful, and with maximum disruption. But the story doesn't end at the ports. Let's look at how the ripples are already hitting your daily life.
Yeah.
Ripple effect. Supply chains buckle, prices surge.
Yep, hyperinflation. Your goods, all right, is gonna skyrocket. All right, you also, you're gonna have to work a whole check, a day's pay, just to get food. All right, just to get bread and wine. I mean bread. I said wine, bread and oil. All right.
$1 billion shipping jam isn't just a figure. It's already steering into your daily life. Semiconductor shortages are throttling electric.
Also want to go to this news of Bitcoin. Salakia again. Let me see if it could come get out there. Nope, I probably can't read that article. All right, let's see. Brick.com news. De-dollarization accelerates in Russian official detail BRICS current shift. All right, BRICS is surging ahead with unstoppable momentum, rapidly abandoning the U.S. dollar, building resilient payment system, and forging a historic new economic frontier beyond Western control. And it's all set up. These Western, they're with it. They want to bring this NWO, this New World Order. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov was highlighted the growing use of national currencies amongst BRICS members in place of U.S. dollar and other Western currencies, and discussed the possibility of single BRIC currency. In April 28, interviews with Brazilian newspaper Old Global Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov emphasized the importance of developing resilient settlement systems, according to a report by TASS. He explained, "We have been working with BRICS to ensure that there is no disruption when carrying out payments and have been quite effective in our efforts." And the BRICS are going to fall, eventually. All right? Everything's going to go digital currency. All right? And they with it too. All the nations are together. All right? But the Lord is going to put an evil spirit upon them. All right? The city, he cited, Salakia, a significant shift in Russia's transitions within the bloc. Stating to give example, ruble and currencies of our friendly. What the hell was that, man? What was that? Friendly countries accounted for 90% of Russia's settlements, BRICS countries in 2024, stressing broader economic trends. Lavrov remarked, "No one wants to suffer from sanctions." And that's what they're pushing. No one to be, because America is in control. But at the end of the day, America is still going to be, because he's still going to bamboozle the world. All right, dealing with this new system that they're going to go into. All right, still going to be in control. Still going to be the head. All right, it's still gonna be able to put sanctions and get these other nations in line. All right, Babylon. This is, remember, Esau, Edom is in rulership. All right, all right. All right, Bill. Lisa Lockyer, this person don't know how to drive once again. Considering wants to suffer from sanctions, considering that the West has been imposing them on undesirable countries by exploiting into a monopoly of financial markets using reserve currencies as a competitive tool is unacceptable. Payment transactions can be blocked for political reasons, even when dealing with supplying socially important goods. Amid this background, Lavrov pointed increasing fragmentations of global economy as driving nations of global south and east towards de-dollarization, which is attributable to lack of trust towards the Western lead international. I don't know why I keep on doing that, but okay. I'll stop there. So by these things are happening upon the face of the earth, the ports, dealing, there's no food, all right, and also you see the dollarization. People are not using the dollar. What's that going to cause? A lot of dollars to come back over here and cause things to inflate. All right, and then eventually there's going to be no food, where the government is going to be control of the food entirely. And you have to go to them to get it, and then the only way you can be able to get it is to have the chip. So we're going to go to 2nd Esdras 15. Skim around. And it's also 16. So 2nd Esdras 15 and 12. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with plagues and punishment that God shall bring upon it. And modern day Egypt is Babylon, Great America. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting of hell and fearful consolation. In the last couple of months in this new year, the Lord been destroying, all right, the crops, the food infrastructure, all right, with different type of catastrophic weathers. Woe to the world, woe mean death and destruction, them that dwell therein. For the sword is in their destruction. For the sword and their destruction drive nigh, Salakia. And one people shall stand up to fight against another. Sedition amongst men. All right, people fighting class war. Race war and swords in their hands, for there shall be sedition amongst men, avaying one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're not going to listen to their government officials. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. All right, where you're going to have martial law. Or you can't, we went through it in COVID. You couldn't leave your house at a certain time. You couldn't be out if you was not an essential worker. All right, the same things. Or you're going to have a curfew. Or you ain't be able to go to the next city or next block off. All right, and eventually you're going to have 15-minute cities. And I've seen that's where they're saying that people wants to be in 15-minute cities. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, and houses, Slakia, shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And the man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and great tribulation. All right, so your neighbor that you was cool with for 15 years, or y'all been neighbors since you was born, and they had a son or a daughter, are you gonna turn your head against your neighbor? Y'all gonna become foes and enemies because it's not gonna be no food for the lack of bread. And you're going to go into your best friend, your cousin's house, all right, to get their food. And if you have to kill them to get it, you're going to do it. So let's go to 2nd Esdras 16. We're going to go straight to the point. And 17, woe is me, mean death and destruction. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? It's speaking of Jacob's trouble. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings. The beginning of famine and great death. The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. And what shall I do when these evils shall come? Believe and trust in the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Shai. Behold, famine and plagues and tribulations and anguish are set as scourges for a memory. So this judgment is for the wicked. But all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be mindful but nor be always mindful of their scourges. So they're not gonna take heed. Behold, victuals shall be so good and cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. Even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sore famine and great confusion. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and others that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down. So the Lord is going to bring judgment. All right, a lot of people are going to die. All right, until Yahweh Shema Shai crack those clouds and save the leper. There's a lot of people going to die. All right, a lot of people are going to die in Jacob's trouble. All hell breaking loose, and you have Jake still playing around and not taking this thing seriously. So I hope this was edifying. I want to give